Attention! All right, gentlemen, this is the situation. We are here. This is the Rockford Oil Refinery, owned and funded by American businesses. Roosevelt revolutionaries have stormed the refinery, halting all shipments to the Union. You know what that means.
It means we kicked their ass.
It means the folks back home can't afford gas for fuel or heat anymore. It's not just Wall Street fat cats these revolutionaries are messing with, but every American family. It's our job to make sure the world gets the message that the American people won't be pushed around. Now, let's get a base set up and ensure a steady flow of resources.
Workshop ready, Captain.
Get some airships and get our men over there.
My folks think we're on the wrong side of history here. Don't the Roosevelt people have the same right to freedom as everybody else?
That doesn't mean they get to seize American property. We're here to uphold the law, Corporal.
Yes, sir.
What's the game plan, Cap?
Intel indicates 2 drawbridges providing access across the fjord. The problem, they can only be lowered from the other side.
Could use airships to get over.
That's what I thought.
Primary objective received.
We just need someone to lower the bridge from the other side.
Airships could help with that.
Someone ordered a way over the fjord?
Great job, fellas. Prepare to attack the refinery.
Should we lower the other bridge too?
An alternate route wouldn't hurt.
Enemies in sight! Stop them!
Excellent work, gentlemen.
Looking forward to being on the magazine covers again, Cap?
Oh, like those.
Mason saves the American way of life and the American oil industry.
You're welcome.
Captain Mason, do you read me?
Go ahead, Admiral.
We've detected heavy enemy forces closing on your position.
What the? How many? From where?
Hold your ground, Captain.
We need defenses!
Captain, you went to fancy schools. Why do we have reconnaissance when these guys couldn't find their own ass with a map?
Not the time, Corporal. Keep improving our defenses and get more units ready to fight. Here they come!
Damn, that's a lot.
Aim small, miss small. Remember your training.
Airships. Ours?
No, Roosevelt's.
Wonderful. Just wonderful.
Captain, you all right?
I'm fine. Search for wounded and then...
Captain Mason, more enemies approaching your position.
What?
More than you can handle. I'll take it from here. Keep your heads down. What are you waiting for? Let's get our boys out of there.
We couldn't have stopped them ourselves. Thanks.
Captain, report for debrief now.
Check for the wounded. Don't leave anyone behind.
Yes, sir.
Should the American people accept their sons dying to protect the interests of oil companies? What do you think, Captain? Did you know that the refinery was owned by some of your father's, associates? Oh, speak of the devil. Any comment on your son's performance today, Admiral Mason?
Captain Mason demonstrated bravery and quick decision-making in a difficult situation. As a distinguished West Point graduate, he has once again demonstrated that strong leadership makes all the difference in battle.
Right. Does the protection of American interests justify this sort of intervention, as well as drastically increased military spending?
We need to be prepared. It's a dangerous world out there.
And there's a lot of money to be made, am I right, Admiral? Some of your associates seem to have a keen interest in,
Out.
Excuse me.
Our supporters aren't as forgiving as I am. If you continue disappointing, they'll find someone else.
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
There's another opportunity, Arabia. There is greater risk, but the reward is too high to overlook. If we pull it off, Alaska will be forgotten.
Pull off what?
The king recently asked for support removing his Saxonian occupiers. He needs weapons and training to declare independence. Even that dove in the White House can't deny helping Arabia would be a worthwhile investment.
So, what happened?
The king and his 2 sons have been murdered. But there is a new king. What if he were to ask for more than weapons? For an intervention?
They were murdered?
Free men liberating an oppressed nation led by America's son. Arabia regains its sovereignty, the Union sows seeds spreading our ideals, and our backers get access to Arabia's resources. Everyone's a winner. You'd be the hero who delivered freedom to the Arabians, forging an alliance with them. That's the sort of thing presidents are made of.
You think that Congress will authorize this?
This won't be on the books.
Better to beg for forgiveness than ask for permission.
As soon as we have a foot in the door, we make the story go public. Congress can thank us later. I'll make the necessary arrangements. You leave in 12 hours.
Yes, sir. You ever want to see the desert?
What? Desert?
You might get your story after all.
Alaska wasn't enough! Now we're getting involved in the Arabian Civil War?
Sort of. Technically, Arabia is occupied by Saxony. Some tribes support them, others resist. But most of the Bedouin tribes tried to kick them out under the last king, waged a guerrilla war for years. The politics of the new king are still unclear.
You think the new king is a friend to the Union, Captain? I'd say no. Hold tight!
What do we have to work with?
The airship's scrap. So's a good chunk of our equipment.
Great.
What are we going to do? We're in the middle of nowhere.
Let's find the second airship and see if the boys are okay.
Just once, I'd like to be part of a mission that doesn't start with a crash.
Hello? We just crashed in the desert.
And if you don't want to die in it, I'd suggest you stay close.
Mason, figured that was the Saxonians who shot us down, Captain.
Had to be. Locals don't have AA.
What are they doing out in the desert?
What do you mean?
Everything outside the cities is controlled by the Bedouin.
Schnell! We need to find the other airship. No rush. Either the crash killed them or the desert will.
Everyone. Who are these Bedouin anyway?
They're nomads mostly, desert dwellers. Some live in the coastal cities controlled by Saxony. They've been fighting the occupation, but none of the tribes have driven the Saxonians away entirely.
The other airship.
That doesn't look good.
Murphy? O'Brien?
Sir, over here. Tracks.
Infantry and mechs.
They can't have gone far.
Let's follow them. Our men could still be alive.
What do you think happened to the others?
Saxonians probably took them. There's a chance they were kept alive for interrogation.
For years, the Saxonian governor controlled the modernized coastal cities. Little islands in a sea of sand. The desert between the cities was the domain of the proud and mysterious Bedouin.
What are you doing?
My job. Chronicling our adventure. Or our final moments, the way things are looking.
Over there!
Ah, civilization.
A small village with a train station.
More like a train station with a village. The Saxonian trains need water.
Pretty sure our boys are in that building. It's gonna be hard to get them out.
Pretty much impossible, I'd say.
We need to find a way quickly. If that train takes them away, we won't see them again until they're on the front page of every newspaper in the world.
I don't see how we... Whoa!
Phew! Seems like not all the tribes are friends of Saxony after all.
Takes stones to attack the train so close to their base.
That's our chance! We have exactly one chance to capture that village, and that is now! Let's go!
That's it! Now, where are the prisoners?
Not over yet. They're coming back from the train. Find our men and defend this place.
Now it's ours.
Good job, everyone.
Where did the rebels go?
Back where they came from. The Great Desert in the east.
They live in the desert?
The Free Tribe comes and goes. They're the last ones fighting since the new king signed a treaty with the Saxonians.
Tell us more about the Free Tribe.
No, I can't. Saxony will come from the north and the south. They will defeat you, and then everybody who helped you will be hanged.
We need to talk to the leader of the Free Tribe. He might be the only friends we still have in this country.
But they're in the desert.
Yes.
You can't be serious.
So, you're the leader of these people.
The Free Tribe didn't exist a few months ago. Any man or woman who refuses to bow to the Saxonians is welcome here.
You know, it's a losing fight.
It is.
Look, I need to talk to the new king.
I don't believe talking to my uncle is in your best interest.
You are...
He murdered my father and my brothers. Then he opened the gates of Arabia to Saxony, and they opened their coffers to him. Go back where you came from, American. Arabia has already been sold.
Yet you're still fighting.
We and no one else. You said it yourself. It is a losing fight.
Nonsense! A beautiful desert princess fighting for freedom? An American war hero at her side? That's gold!
I have no interest in your front-page fairy tales. I don't care what people on the other side of the world think of me.
You should! If the American people become invested in your story, our politicians won't be able to stop them from helping you.
With America on your side, Arabia would be free within months.
Why should I trust you? How are you any better than the other Westerners who promised the stars while stealing the earth beneath our feet?
Then let our actions speak for us.
Prove it, American.
What are we looking at?
My spies tell me something has the Saxonians worked up. A group of European foreigners were captured in the desert by their soldiers.
That's a lot of guards for a few interlopers.
My thoughts exactly. Any prisoner that's significant to Saxony is worth taking from them.
If we want to get into the prison, we'll need more equipment. This harbor here. My father's men snuck some US resources and weapons into it. We'll need to secure it first.
Then let's go. Show us what you can do, Captain.
The harbor is ours.
Well done. Find our equipment and set up base.
Time to disappear.
Yes, her uncle is backed by the Saxonians, but she's leading her people against them. Just imagine, a heroic freedom fighter with an American advisor bringing freedom to the oppressed people of Arabia.
Sounds like a long shot. Maybe we can convince this new king to see things our way.
People back home will believe in their fight for independence, not deals with some medieval king. Let me do this.
I don't care
care who is in charge of Arabia as long as there's a compelling reason for us to intervene. If you think the girl is our best option, go with it. But William, don't mess this up again. My supporters grow impatient. This might be our last chance.
All right, everyone. We've got a prison to break into.
New primary.
We need to build a battle tent as well. Our war camels can move rapidly and hold off enemy infantry.
Sure. The more help, the better. The prison is yours, Princess. How did we do, Your Highness?
I did not have high hopes, Captain. But for men who wander in the desert without water, you did okay. Bring me the prisoners.
Thanks for the rescue.
Who are you?
Gunther von Duisburg, my name. This is Frida Rüte, engineer par excellence. This is Michael Sikorski, formerly of the Polanian army. We are here on behalf of Nikola Tesla.
The Kaiser killer himself.
If you fight Wilhelm's men, we have a common enemy.
Then we should talk, but not here. Come on! Take whatever you can and move out!
And since the battle at Tesla's factory, we've worked against Fenris and their poisonous influence. Then, a few weeks ago, Tesla made contact with your father and offered to help end the Saxonian occupation.
How noble of him.
He offered support for the rebellion in exchange for oil. A mutual partnership. Unfortunately, your uncle apparently prefers to work for the Saxonians, and they set up a trap for our delegation.
I'm sorry, Herr von Duisburg. Saxony intends to keep my uncle in power at all costs. Few are willing to keep up the fight. We are in no position to support such a pact with Tesla.
There is more at stake here. Evil is on the rise in Saxony, and there will be another war before long. Saxony cannot control Arabia's oil when that war comes.
That's not for Saxony, Tesla, or anyone else to decide. My people, my home, are not things to be traded or bargained with.
You're right. They had a problem with this where I was born too. But I've seen Saxony's armies. You've nothing to stop them. If you want them gone, you need allies.
Strong allies. A band of misfits hiding in the Balkans can't fight the Saxonian war machine. But America can.
Can, but won't. The Union hid during the Great War. Americans have no desire for European adventure. The Alliance can't expel Saxony from Arabia for you, but we can provide what you need to do it yourself. If you manage to unite the tribes under your banner, of course.
That's a big if. The American public will care about Arabia if we give them something they can believe in. America used to be a colony itself. We have a soft spot for people fighting European imperialists. All we need is a visible victory, something big, a symbol.
That is all well and good, but...
I'm listening.
So, tell me more about this Fenris.
Our task is to take control of Al-Aqaba tomorrow, even if we can't hold it for long. The Free Tribe conquering a big city and raising our flag is a strong symbol. It will be the image that goes around the world and inspires others to join our righteous cause.
In order to take Aqaba, we need more supplies and weapons. The Saxonian base to our north has just what we need. The base's defenses are too powerful for a direct assault.
That's why we're going to steal a train here, ride into the base undetected, and open the gates from within.
Build a base. We've got a train to catch.
Very good. Prepare the train to depart.
One step closer to victory.
Captain, radio transmission from the fleet.
What's the status?
Our plan is to seize the harbor city of Aqaba. Raising the flag of the Free Tribe there could motivate the other tribes to join Princess Sita's cause.
When will she ask for U.S. military support?
As soon as we've captured Aqaba, she'll officially request weapons and training.
Weapons and training?
We need them to ask for a military intervention, nothing less.
I'm working on it.
You're wasting time. You're going to...
I'll do this my way, Admiral.
We're on the move! Once the train's in the base, we'll open the gate from the inside. All units stand by. We'll need support as soon as the gate's open.
Let's hope they don't see through our disguise.
We'll know soon enough.
The gate's opening.
Let's keep moving.
What's okay? That's it. Remember, we can't win this fight alone. We've got to open the gate. Let's go. Mason here. The gate is open.
Desert Fox is standing by.
We did it!
Impressive work!
Search the depot for weapons and anything else we can use.
Brunhilde!
What is that?
It's Brunhilde, my Frida's mech.
It looks like it belongs in a museum.
I'll give you an opportunity to apologize after she helps us capture Akaba.
Do you think we are ready, Captain?
Today we proved it, and tomorrow we'll make history.
What's next for your freedom fighters, Princess Sita?
We finally have the equipment we need to take Al-Aqaba and disrupt Saxony's war supplies in the region. This is only the first step, though. We must drive Saxony out of Arabia entirely and regain our independence.
And, Captain Mason, why should Americans care about war in a distant place like Arabia?
America is a beacon for the oppressed. We will always be on the side of those who fight tyranny. Freedom, the pursuit of happiness, and justice for all. These are not simply American values, but inalienable human rights, and we should protect them throughout the world.
Your Highness, independence might not be in the cards for Arabia. Oil is increasingly valuable to the powerful nations of the world, including America. What stops them from occupying Arabia to protect it once Saxony is gone?
We're not Europa, Commander. America is not an imperialist nation. We're not in the business of occupying countries for our own gain.
There are American troops in Alaska as we speak, and it doesn't look like they're leaving anytime soon. Does it, Captain?
It is true. We are weak today. But it wasn't always like this. We once led the world in science. All the stars in the sky bear Arabic names. From Washington to Dresden, you all use our numbers to count. Our history is the world's history. But now, our land is seen as nothing but a price to claim. A stepping stone for the ambitions of others. The world has passed us by. I want to change that. Saxony must be repelled. Then we can build a society no longer stifled by the old traditions. I believe the arrangement suggested by Nikola Tesla could help us stand on our own feet again. However, Tesla can't defeat the Saxonians for us. America could. But I won't allow any foreign troops in Arabia once Saxony has been expelled. Can you promise me that Arabia is not trading one occupier for another when I ask America for help?
I'll make sure that Union forces leave once the job is done.
I know the sort of people his father works with. Maybe the captain thinks he can outsmart them or cut their strings once he's in the White House. But he can't. He can't beat them at their own game. If you become president with Fenris's help, they could destroy your presidency at any time. You'd be their puppet.
You have my word.
I trust you. We are not our families. It's our own actions that define who we are.
Listen up, everyone. The city of Aqaba is our main objective. But we have to deal with this first. An old fortress being used as a defensive position. It is possible to try to force our way through it, but it might be better to flank and attack them from behind. Scouts report there is a small gap within their AA coverage. We could land a small force and use them to fight our way through to this position, which should make storming the fort a whole lot easier. We've also received reports that there's an enemy airbase here, so we can expect heavy air resistance coming towards us from that direction. By the end of the day, we'll raise the flag of the Free Tribe on the Saxonian flagpole.
So be it!
Capturing the city will send a message to everyone in Arabia. We will show that the Saxonians are not unbeatable, and together, we will reclaim our freedom.
Now, let's kick some ass!
Let's go!
We really made it! We have freed Al-Aqaba!
Was there ever any doubt?
Hurry! I need those shots before the sun goes down.
Maybe they're here to join us.
No, that's my uncle's banner.
We need to go. Now!
By decree of His Majesty, King Khalid of Arabia, I hereby declare Princess Sita, her rebels and her foreign co-conspirators prisoners of His Highness. You will be escorted to His Excellency, Saxonian Governor of Arabia, General von Schlonheim. Captain Mason and his men are free to go.
I didn't. Hey.
This was my fault. I should have realized your judgment would be clouded by naive ideals and a pretty face. You lack focus. I'll have to limit your leeway in the future.
We were about to...
Our people talked to King Khalid and made him a better offer than the Saxonians. In 3 days, he will officially ask America for military assistance and an ongoing presence to provide security and stability in the region. You'll lead our forces to free Arabia from Saxony.
And the princess and her freedom fighters?
These people are no freedom fighters. They're criminals. Saxony will execute them to uphold law and order, and King Khalid will use the murder of his niece as reason to turn his back on the Saxonians.
But why? We captured Aqaba. Princess Sita would have united the people behind her. She could throw Saxony out and become the rightful ruler of Arabia.
And then what? We leave and she sells us oil at whatever price she sees fit? You want to make the Union dependent on them?
But it's their country! And why wouldn't they cooperate as allies once we've helped them? When we show them what liberty is, when we lead by example.
The world will benefit from our principles. But standing on principle isn't enough. Neither are the latest auto machines or all of Arabia's oil. More than anything, we need A president who will do what is required to build something greater, a new world order. We'll make the 20th century America's century.
I see.
We want the same thing, William. But I know what success requires. You will not disobey me again. And you will forget about these people. Dismissed.
Pinker, gather our boys. I need to talk with everyone.
Why not talk with them in the air, Captain? The ship is manned and ready. We don't leave our friends behind, right, Captain?
I need you to do something.
This is treason, you know.
That's why I need your help.
All of you already know why we're here. The situation is...
Captain! Over there!
Lower your weapons. We are here to help you.
Are you with the Free Tribe?
No, but we saw you help Princess Sita capture Al-Aqaba. If you are going to help her, then we are here to help you. Show me your map. Our princess is being held prisoner here on the mountain. Your friends are locked up down here in a Saxonian base. They are to be executed at sunrise.
Not if I have anything to say about it. Our friends, those who fought and bled with us, need our help. Don't let them down!
So, the king wants the Saxonians to kill his niece.
Yes, and then he will call them murderers.
And fight them with Uncle Sam's help, huh?
Look who is back.
We can assign blame later. We need to free Princess Sita first.
She's being held in the mountaintop palace. Gear up and get ready. There will be resistance. Sending troops back and forth from our base will slow us down.
Agreed. Luckily, the Saxonians left this perfectly good foundation behind.
Right! Set up base here and get ready to storm the mountain. Come on! We gotta get her out of there! Sita, thank God you're all right.
Arrest him.
I swear I knew nothing about my father's deal with your uncle.
A liar, like all Westerners.
I believe him. You wanted to judge people by their actions. What do his actions tell you? He disobeyed his own father to come back for us.
Dust in the west! Max approaching!
Earn my trust, American. Defend my city.
They're getting closer!
Get all weapon systems in place and man defensive positions.
Here they come.
Give them an American welcome.
So far, so good.
They can't keep this up forever. They'll have to go all in. Prepare for the final push.
We won? We really won?
And we will do it again and again. But this fight is far from over. Tend to the wounded. Then gather anything useful and prepare to leave. Why did you come back?
Freedom. Justice for all. They're not just slogans. I swore an oath to defend America from her enemies, foreign and domestic. And America's enemies aren't here.
They'll throw you in prison. Or worse.
I have to go back.
How long before Tesla's mechs arrive?
Soon, I'm sure. That man is known for his miracles.
Very good. While we fight Saxony, I want to begin educating my people. We can't stand shoulder to shoulder with Europa through warfare alone.
That is true.
We can recruit from the Bedouin to help at Tesla's factory. There's much to learn there that they can take home.
Do you think we'll make it?
It's going to be a long fight. But yes, I do. Fear can't keep people down forever.
What's going to happen to Will?
He'll be hanged for treason, most likely. Or he becomes president.
Huh?
Americans, they have tremendous affection for their heroes. Sometimes it just takes them a while to realize who their heroes are.
Breaking news. WOSU has just confirmed reports of a covert military expedition overseas involving some of our nation's most senior officials. Shocking revelations indicate that Admiral Mason and other Washington power brokers orchestrated the venture. All documented by photographs, telegrams, and sworn testimony by none other than Captain William Mason, the Admiral's own son. Our very own Randolph Wells was an eyewitness to the events. Tell us what you saw, Randolph.
Captain Mason exposed a plot to use the Union military to leverage lucrative business opportunities for Washington insiders in what some have labeled a military-industrial complex.
Shocking news indeed. In related news, the President will address the nation this evening and present his new stance on foreign policy in light of these revelations.
Chaos has descended upon Roosevelt after Zubov's attack on the factory. Revolutionaries and loyalists now wage an all-out civil war across the nation. Tsar Nicholas is rumored to have fled St. Petersburg, taken refuge in a safe house. We need to convince the Tsars that Fenris is the real enemy before the agents strike again.
When do you think he'll finally leave the chateau? Doesn't seem right for the Tsar to be away this long from St. Petersburg.
I heard it's because of the revolutionaries. They've been gaining support across the country.
How did we end up fighting our own people?
Down with the Tsar!
Quickly! Help the guards!
Our position is under fire!
All right. Keep your eyes open for other guards.
No worry. If the Tsar tries to flee through here, we'll catch him. This is our best shot at taking him out. We mustn't fail. What are we waiting for? I thought we were storming the chateau.
Patience. We need to shut off any escape routes first. Centuries of oppression. And it all ends today.
This will be just the beginning, товарищ.
You can't save him! The revolution won't be stopped!
Thank you.
Is His Majesty in the chateau?
You know about the safe house?
Seems the revolutionaries do as well. If they know the Tsar is here, then there'll be more attacks. If this is the compound and we are here, then the other guard positions should be here, here, and here, correct?
Who are you?
I chose this site when I was His Majesty's head of security. I need to speak to him, but we'll have to warn the others first. They could be attacked next.
Right?
Thank you! We have to warn the others!
That's the plan. Come on. What about Grigory Rasputin? Is he here?
He left 2 days ago. Said he was on a mission to St. Petersburg on behalf of His Majesty.
How convenient. Just before the attack.
He's the Tsar's personal advisor. What would he have to gain from this?
Serves them right.
Come on, to the compound. Let's hope we're not too late. Damn it!
Bastards!
The revolutionaries can't have gone far.
There they are. Let's make them pay. Did you know Vladislav Basov? He died in the attack on St. Petersburg.
I remember Vlad. One of the best card players in the Royal Guard.
He always held you in high regard.
Set up heavy weapons near the choke points. You search for wounded and bring them here.
So, you've returned. Giving orders to my men?
Государь!
You disappeared for weeks, without contacting me.
I couldn't risk it. Fenris's influence is greater than we thought. Colonel Zubov is one of their agents. He attacked Tesla's factory on their orders. We formed an alliance with Tesla to fight Fenris. If you join us as well, we could stop them.
Rasputin already informed me of Zubov's betrayal, and he warned me of your alliance. Polanian terrorists and Saxonian traitors.
Rasputin is one of Fenris's leaders. The
revolutionaries! They're coming!
Get His Majesty inside!
We're here to help. His Majesty must be protected.
Use cover! Man the MGs! We're outnumbered, but we're better positioned! Looks like they're regrouping.
We found some weapons stashed here!
Good. We're going to need them. Prepare for the next attack!
Max!
Get the cannons over there! Lay mines when you can! Your Majesty, you need to trust me. If we were walking against you, I wouldn't be standing here now.
But Rasputin a traitor?
Someone gave your location to the revolutionaries. He was the only one who wasn't here during the attack.
No. I must return to St. Petersburg. I will rally those loyal to me and stamp out this revolt. Once I have restored order, we will find Rasputin and destroy Fenris.
It won't be easy to get you there without the revolutionaries noticing.
You will find a way, Olga Morozova. We leave in 2 hours.
The roads to St. Petersburg will be too dangerous from here on. We have to find another way without His Majesty being noticed. There is a military base at the harbor here.
We could get a ship there and sail into St. Petersburg.
That's the plan. But the harbor is on the other side of the river. Come on, let's find a way to the other side. His Majesty's safety takes priority. We should avoid any trouble.
Scouts say loyalists are gathering across the river.
Stay alert then!
Careful, hostiles.
Some weapons and medical supplies too. We can't cross. The bridge is too well defended. Let's find another way across.
What happened here?
I'm afraid we'll find out soon.
You are hereby found guilty of supporting the despot and his imperialist regime.
We can... Thank you. What do we do now? If the revolutionaries don't kill us, the loyalists will.
The loyalists?
The Tsar's men. They took most of our food. Anyone who refused was executed for treason. Please, take us with you.
These loyalists stole from these people. How could they?
Starving soldiers can't fight. The war came first. Always. Hello? Good man? We need your help.
Is that so?
Can you bring us to the military base downstream? We'll pay you.
I will take you as far as the other side. That's risky enough.
Better than nothing, I suppose.
Never thought I would be shipping royalty today.
You mistake me for someone else.
Relax. I'm not a revolutionary.
A loyalist, then?
Better the devil you know.
You compare me to these animals? I care for my people.
Wouldn't say that if you knew what happened outside your palace, Your Majesty.
Charming fellow.
He seemed willing to keep quiet. Let's get to the harbor before he changed his mind. On my way.
How can he compare me to those criminals?
Fenris is fanning the flames, but the fire was burning long before.
All this destruction. The work of generations, gone.
The war has destroyed much.
We'll bring Fenris to justice. This must never happen again.
Help! Please!
What's happening?
They're back. They took our supplies and they took my boy.
Olga?
On it. Doesn't look like revolutionaries.
Outrageous! You, soldiers! Seize at once!
Who the hell do you think you are?
As your Tsar, I command you to lay down your arms at once.
Hey, ребята! Tsar Nicholas came to visit us.
What a joker!
Peace off, or you catch a bullet.
Put down your weapons. I will not repeat myself.
Is that a threat? Sounds like treason to me.
Teach this fool a lesson!
Thank the heavens!
The Loyalists took our supplies and...
They took our sons, said that we're old enough to die for the Tsar.
We will bring your boys back. That's a promise.
Bless you. They've set up camp along the river. This is where they'll have taken our sons.
There is a small abandoned military base here. Maybe you can use it. We have to do something, Olga. I cannot allow this.
Then let's capture the base and work quickly.
How could it come to this? Our soldiers terrorizing the people. It can't be like this everywhere, can it?
I don't know. Your Majesty, please stay here. We'll deal with the base.
Very well. Take care of them. By any means necessary.
Understood, Государь. Get a barracks and workshop up. Let's find some resources.
Revolutionaries! Shoot them!
That's it. Andrei, look for the boys and bring them to their village. Let's get this ship ready.
Is it like this everywhere in Rusvet?
I heard of other incidents on my way to the safe house.
My people live in squalor, terrorized by those meant to protect them, and I was blind to it.
Rasputin hid it from you. You couldn't have known.
Perhaps I didn't want to know. I thought there were more important things. Battles to win, cities to conquer. Who can blame these people for trying to change things when they must live like this?
This change won't be for the better if Fenris is involved.
I'll stop them, and all of this, when I'm in St. Petersburg.
That's as far as the river can take us.
Your Majesty? It is an honor.
We need the train to take us to St. Petersburg.
I'm afraid that isn't possible at the moment. The nearby weapons depot is under attack. They destroyed the railways to cut off support. The depot won't hold out much longer, and we don't have enough men to break the siege.
Olga?
The train has to pass through the depot either way. We'll have to free it.
We can repair the tracks if you cover us.
This will be dangerous. Inside the train is safer, Your Majesty.
I'll leave the situation to you. Good luck.
Over there! The track has been destroyed!
Let's get engineers over to repair it.
The track's repaired! You can always rely on our engineers.
Thank you.
You again! Couldn't just die at the factory, could you?
Tough words for a traitor. Does Rasputin still keep you on his leash?
How about we trade? You can keep this depot, and we'll take St. Petersburg. Regroup and fortify the area! Don't let them leave!
Fenris isn't just cutting off the depot from St. Petersburg.
They're isolating the city from any help. How do we get this train to St. Petersburg?
The track split off in 3 directions. The quickest path is straight on, but it was badly damaged and enemy artillery has overwatch. You'd need to take them out somehow. The northwestern route is less damaged, but has been heavily fortified by the enemy. The southeastern track is undamaged, but it's a longer journey. Who knows what you might run into?
As long as a train makes it through, Rusviet depends on it.
I'm sorry I doubted you. If Zubov is here, then Fenris is involved. Rasputin has much to answer for.
Revolutionaries, heroic army, Fenris. It will be dangerous.
I need to stop this madness, and I have a plan how.
Your Majesty! So good to see you! But you cannot enter the city. Revolutionaries have taken to the streets.
We can handle it. Let's go.
Wait!
Господи! Sound the alarm! Hostiles approaching!
Zubov.
You need to hold them back. Get me to the radio tower.
You want to broadcast a message?
I'll speak directly to all Rusvets. I'll tell them of Fenris, and I'll offer the revolutionaries an alternative to bloodshed.
I hope you know what you are doing. We won't get a second chance. Fenris's forces will overrun the city if we don't secure our position first. Once we've done that, we'll fight our way through to the tower.
Thank you, Olga. I know this will work.
Let's do this! For Rusviet! We can't take them head-on. We should stay on the defensive.
It's the Tsar! Kill him!
I have a new primary objective.
Quickly, we don't have time. What will you tell Rusvet?
The truth. That I do not wish to fight my own people. That we need a time of peace and dialogue to heal our wounds together. And that Rusvet will join the alliance against Fenris.
Thank you, Государь.
I need a few minutes to get it working.
Protect the tower. We can't let them stop the broadcast.
How much longer?
Any minute. Hang on.
The broadcast! It's starting!
My fellow Rusviets, this is Grigory Rasputin speaking.
What the...
Oh no.
My men and I have worked hard within the government for this day. Tsar Nicholas is dead. I executed him moments ago after he fell into our trap.
No! Государь!
Colonel Zubov, leader of the Loyalist forces, has agreed to a surrender. I urge all enemies of the revolution to do the same.
He's lying! We have to get the Tsar out of there!
It's too late. We've lost.
The time for division is over. Together, we will build a new Rusviet. A Rusviet that will take its rightful place in Europa.
Let's get out of here while we still can. We fled the city, taking whoever we could with us. Fenris has become bolder than ever before, seizing control of an entire nation. With Rusvet under their rule, and Saxony led by a madman, we will need to be prepared for what's to come.